Good morning to all. PH 8151 Engineering Physics, Unit 5 Crystal Physics, in Model 4, Lecture 2 Growth of Crystals from Melt. First, let us discuss about the revision of Lecture 1. In Lecture 1, we have discussed about the solidification and crystallization processes. In that, we have discussed the relation between the crystallization and cooling time. Next, we have discussed the different methods of crystallization of compounds like cooling method, evaporation method, vapor diffusion method, liquid-liquid diffusion method, and sublimation method. Today, let us discuss about melt growth technique. Melt growth technique is the process of crystallization by fusion and resolidification of the material from melt. The growth of crystal from melt is obtained by various techniques. The main techniques are Zarolsky technique, Bridgman technique, Verneuil method, and zone melting technique. In this module, we are going to discuss in detail about Zarolsky technique and Bridgman technique. Now, let us discuss in detail about Zarolsky technique. Here, I have chosen low temperature gradient Zarolsky technique. This is the typical method that is used to grow BGO crystals. The low temperature gradient Zarolsky method employed for successful growth of high quality bismuth germinate crystals, that is Bi4 Ge3O12, which is popularly abbreviated as BGO crystal. The temperature gradient across the seed melt interface is important in deciding the rate of growth and the perfection of the grown crystals. The crystal growth system which we are studying here is designed and developed at the Institute of Inorganic Chemistry, Novosibirsk, Russia. This I have taken from the book Crystal Growth Technology by K. Bhairappa and T. Ohachi. Low thermal gradient Zarolsky technique. The method, the main sub-assemblies of these systems are the growth chamber, the crystal growth chamber SS, the furnace F, the crucible C, the crystal pulling and rotation mechanism SH, the power supply and electronic controls. The crystal growth chamber SS. The crystal growth chamber is essentially a double-walled stainless steel vertical cylinder whose dimensions are 600 millimeter in diameter and 900 millimeter in height. The crucible and the resistance furnace are housed in this chamber. There are two doors are provided to this chamber on two opposite vertical sides for taking out and putting in the crucible into the chamber. Also, there are two windows, one on each doors are fixed to viewing the interior of the chamber. The chamber is mounted on a base plate, a weighing mechanism consisting of an electronic balance to weigh the crucible, and the charge is located below the base plate. This figure shows the photograph of the crystal growth system employed for growth of crystals by low thermal gradient Zarolsky method. These two figures I have taken from the book Crystal Growth Technology by K. Bhairappa and Ohachi. This figure illustrates a block diagram of the crystal growth system that is used for the growth of crystal by low thermal gradient Zarolsky method. This apparatus consists of a crystal growth chamber. This chamber consists of a furnace and a crucible which is having a lid L, and SH is the rotation and pulling unit. The F is a 3-zone muffled furnace which is having 3 zones 1, 2 and 3. C is a crucible. The material that is to be crystallized is taken in the form of powder in this crucible and it is heated until to become a melt. L is a lid that is closed, that is used to close this crucible. SH is the seed, crystal seed rotation and pulling unit. This is having a seed rotation control unit and a seed pulling control unit that is connected with a electronic control unit. The temperature control unit and the temperature programmer that is connected with a thermocouple. This is used to monitor the temperature of the furnace by moving it in radial direction. The whole chamber that is placed over a electronic weighing machine. This is linked with a crystal shape programmer and the crystal weight programmer. That is these two is linked with a error signal feedback unit. The target crystal diameter and the weight has been programmed here. The error signal feedback unit is used to maintain the size of the target crystal. So this is the functioning of the low temperature gradient Zarolsky method. Now let us discuss about the working process of the low thermal gradient Zarolsky technique. The system that consists of a 3-zone muffle furnace F, which has been used for growing a bismuth germinate crystal, that is VGO crystal. The temperature of the 3 zones of LTG furnace were set near the melting point of the VGO material, that is 1040 degrees centigrade, in temperature control and processing unit of the control panel. The temperature of the middle zone was kept slightly higher than that of the other 2 zones of the furnace. The temperature profile of the furnace above the melt was measured to ensure a low thermal gradient situation. The electric power that fed to all the zones is controlled independently. The temperature of each zone is monitored by positioning the thermocouple radially to the furnace. This figure illustrates the relation between the temperature and the distance from the growth melt interface in centimeters. From this figure, it is clear that up to 4 centimeter above the surface of melt, the temperature is constant. After that, the temperature gradient is approximately 1.2 degree centigrade per centimeter. So this is the ideal situation to grow a perfect crystal. A cylindrical shaped platinum crucible with the diameter of approximately 70 mm and the length of approximately 150 mm were employed here, and it is placed on one arm of the tightly fitting platinum lid L, which was employed to cover the top of the crucible. This arrangement helps in maintaining the low temperature gradient above the melt. 6 different pull rates in the range of 0.1 mm per hour to 6 mm per hour and 3 different seed rotation speeds in the range of 7.5 revolutions per minute to 100 revolutions per minute are possible in this equipment. A pull rod that is made up of ruby with a diameter of approximately 10 mm and the length of approximately 35 cm is fixed to the pulling assembly. A cylindrical platinum seed holder is attached to the other end of the pull rod. By varying the frequency of the input power of the motor, the pulling rate can be varied. The process of crystallization starts with nucleation. Nucleation occurs in the formation of crystal from a liquid in which molecules become arranged in a pattern characteristic of the crystalline solid, which is forming a base site upon which additional particles are deposited as the crystal grows. The sample powder was taken in the crucible and it is heated at the rate of 250 degrees centigrade per hour until the entire powder was melted at 1040 degrees centigrade. The melt temperature was stabilized for few hours. Initially, the platinum seed holder without seed crystal was dipped into the melt to optimize the temperature of the melt for crystallization process. Then the temperature is adjusted up to the crystallization was possible at the tip. The seed holder was pulled up slightly above to cool the drop of the melt at its tip. Again it was dipped and the temperature of the tip was optimized by observing the growth of the drop. The temperature of the melt was adjusted carefully to ensure that the droplet starts growing in controlled manner. At this stage, the platinum seed holder was pulled out and a T-shaped Z-cut bismuth germinate seed crystal was fixed in the platinum seed holder with its axis along 001 direction. The crystal growth process was initiated after dipping the seed and attaining the thermal equilibrium. During the process of crystal growth, the diameter of the crystal was controlled by automatic diameter control mechanism of the crystal growth system. If Sk is the area of cross section in centimeter square and rho is the density of the melt in gram per centimeter cube, delta G by delta T is the rate of increase in the crystal weight. Then the rate of decrease in the melt height of the crucible is given by the expression delta H by delta T is equal to delta G by delta T divided by rho into Sc. Sc is the area of cross section of the crucible. The area of cross section of the melt Sk is equal to delta G by delta T divided by rho into Vp plus delta H by delta T. Here Vp is the rate of pulling. Before starting the experiment, the growth rate was calculated and the system was programmed accordingly. During the growth process, if there is any deviation in the cross section of the crystal from the desired size, the error feedback control system modifies the power to the furnace and hence the crystal cross section. The target diameter of the crystal was kept as approximately 40 mm and the length aimed at approximately 80 mm. The growth experiments were performed to run for nearly 33 hours. For first 5 hours were utilized for growing the cone portion. After that, the seed growth condition was attained. At this stage is over once the desired diameter of approximately 40 mm is reached. Thereafter, the growth experiment was continued for 28 hours and the diameter was maintained at this value. The seed pull rate was fixed at the optimum value of 2.5 mm per hour. The seed rotation rate was 38 revolutions per minute, which had been optimized separately. After the growth was over, the crystal was cooled to room temperature at the rate of 150 degrees centigrade per hour. This figure illustrates a typical BGO crystal grown by low thermal gradient Zariski method along 001 direction. This is the reference which I have used to prepare this lecture. In my next lecture, I will continue the Bridgman technique of crystal growth from melt. Thank you.